This is my fourth video for grade 10 graph lesson, parabolic shapes. So the last video I shown the basic shapes of the graph, one called y equal x square and y equal minus x square also we drawn. See, today I will explain you once again from that lesson. See, I already complete the sketch. Y equal x square. They will provide a table. Study properly, very important idea I am giving here. Y equal x square. We drawn already. Prepare table for x values minus 3 to plus 3. Then what is y square of that? 3 minus 3 means 9. Minus 3 multiple minus 3, 9. Minus 2 square is 4. Minus 1 square is 1 and completed. Also I took another equation y equal 2x square. What is it? Y equal 2x square. If we know the x square value, double, twice of that. For this I used, if I take minus 3, if x is minus 3, x square is 9. Double of that is 18. Double is 18. That become very high. Now no space, the space problem. Therefore I minimize the graph, but I use the minus 2, not 3 here. I use minus 2. So this y equal 2x square is double the value of the previous graph. Check that. Here x minus 2, y is 4. Here 8. Double no 2x square. No. Y equal 2 times x square. Right? Here 1. Minus 1 means 1. Here double 2. If it's 0, 0 times twice or anything, that is 0. Here 1 means 2. 4 means here 8. 5 comes 10. Double, double. That is this table. Or otherwise we problem, you substitute, put x4 minus 2 and find the y answer. It become like this. Also I use another table, y equal half x square. See, y equal half x square mean what? Here y equal x square values, here half of that. If a value come y 10 here, here 5, half. If it's 6 here, here 3, half. If it's 20, here half is 10. So here I use minus 4 to plus 4. What is if x is minus 4? What is x is minus 4? What is x is minus 4? Here square means minus 4 square. 16. Half of 16, 8. X is minus 2, y is 4. Check previous. X is minus 2, y is 4. Here half is 2. Half of that. Here y is half of the x square. If you know the x square values of the y value of the table, here write the half. If x is 2, y is 4, here half is 2. So study this table properly. And now I prepared the graph. See, all these 3 graphs I drawn, you can mark this plot properly. And I've shown up to 9, 0 to 9. Here x-axis minus 4 to plus 4. So very first I draw the y equal x square. The second time we are drawing. The previous video number 3 I shown the drawing of that, sketch of that. And next I drawn y equal 2x square, the green color, you can see that green color I drawn y equal 2x square. And finally y equal half x square. So take a note about these graphs. Those are newcomers, better you stop this video, find the video number 1, number 2 and number 3 and come to this. Then only you can properly identify the method of drawing the parabolic shapes. Those are newcomers, also subscribe my video and you will correct all continuous video for grade 10. See, I draw. So see how the shapes are. Y equal x square is this. The middle graph is y equal x square. Y equal 2x square is towards center. It's narrow, see, narrow. It becomes narrow. Here in front of x square is 1. Here in front of x square is 2. Here in front of x square is half. What happened those values? Is it increasing or decreasing? First 1. 1x square, 1. Here 2x square. Here half x square. See 1 and 2, first study the 1 and 2 what happened. This is y equal x square graph. This is y equal 2x square shown the green color. That is comes inside of that, inside. That means narrow, right? In front of x square the value comes higher. Value comes 2x square, 3x square, 5x square. The graph comes narrow, very close to the y-axis. very close to the y-axis, right? The same in front of x square, when it comes small, see half x square, that is somewhere here, that is widened. From the y-axis, graph goes widened. Just take a note and your own word, you take it that. In front of the coefficient of the x square increasing, coefficient of the x square is increasing, graphs becomes narrow towards y-axis. Graphs becomes narrow towards y-axis. Coefficient mean the number in front of the x square. If the coefficient of the x square becomes large or the big or the highest or increase, graphs narrow to the y-axis. The same otherwise, if the coefficient of the x square is small or decreasing, the graphs widened from the y-axis. Widened from the y-axis. For example, if we draw y equal 7x square, y equals 7x square, that is very wide. You can see something like this. It becomes like this, the wide graph. So study this, very important about parabolic shapes and their properties. Another thing I said, every grade 10 syllabus, what is symmetric equation? Y-axis. What the equation x equals 0. What is turning point? This question 0, 0 turning point coordinate, or minimum value is 0, and that's the only part you can ask. Okay, now I'll show some big problem exam type question next. Okay, right, you can write question number 1 today, this video, question number 1. Write this, draw the graph of y equal x square minus 3. Draw the graph of y equal x square minus 3. So not only drawing graph, they will give the table also, right? So everything I will provide it, I will show the method, right? They will give a table between x and y coordinates. So some table missing to find the y value. By apply the x solution, substitute the x value, you can find the y. So I take a table like this, x value and y values. We take from minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, this is the x coordinate. They will give the exam, you can see the book question, table is provided. Now your duty to fill the y value. What is y? Square of the x and subtract 3. Square of the x and subtract 3. I show one. If x equal minus 3, put x4 minus 3. What is y equal minus 3 square minus 3. Put x4 minus 3. Minus 3 square minus 3. So y equal minus 3 square is plus 9. So y equals 6. Y equals 6. Table is very important. If you misuse one value, if you say here minus 6, it become a different shape, not under syllabus, different curve. Next, if x is minus 2, what is y? If x equal minus 2, y equal, put x4 minus 2 square minus 2, y equal, it is 4 minus 2, that is 2, that is 2. Like I hope you can copy the table. If x is minus 1, what? I show that also. If x equal minus 1, y equal, put x4 minus 1 square minus 3. So what is that? Minus 1 square is 1 minus 3, that is minus 2. See, very important. 1 minus 3 minus 2, don't say plus 2. If x is 0, what happened? If this is 0, 0 square is 0, right? 0 minus 3 minus 3. If x is 1, what happened? Here 1 square is 1. 1 minus 3 minus 2. If x is to check, you will show the practice. Very important problem this for the grade 10 syllabus. Same problem comes in your future papers. So if x is 2, 4, 4 minus 3, 1 and 9, 6. Okay. Now after completing the table, you spend milliseconds, small time duration, view the y values, observe the y values. See here 6, here 6, here 2. I miss it's wrong. Here 2, 4, here was 1. Is 1, 1, 1, 1. Is it okay? 4, what happened? 4 minus 2. Here 3, missing. 3 there, see, that's why I say 4 minus 3, 1. That's why I said spend the few duration to find the table. Y value 6, 6, 1, 1, minus 2, minus 2. Always y becomes symmetric. Remember that. Always y becomes symmetric shape. Both from the both extremes. 6, 6, 1, 1, like that, symmetric. Okay. Now prepare a graph. This should be drawn in a graph sheet. You can't do in a exercise book, notebook, because I will do some other questions also below this. So prepare a bigger scale of the graph sheet. X-axis, Y-axis, origin, here up to 3. This side minus 3. Stop the video and complete your graph sheet. Up to 6, above, positive side y up to 6. Downwards minus 3. So if x is minus 3, y 6, x minus 3, y 6. Show by pencil, don't use the pen, by small sharp pencil. X minus 2, y 1. Okay. Next, x minus 1, y minus 2. X 0, y minus 3. X 1, y minus 2. X 2, y 1. X 3, y 6. Now draw a smooth minimum graph. So without drawing also you can say whether minimum graph or maximum graph. The previous video I explained that in front of x square positive comes. In front of x square positive comes, graph is minimum, right? You can see properly. Practice first time, sometimes you will, it won't come a regular shape, some missing there, like a rocket shape. So you practice step by problem, improve the sharpness of the smooth curve, right? Okay. Now in the O-level papers or your exam, up to now they will give 3 marks. Why 3 marks? For this drawing 3 marks, up to now 4 marks maybe. Here 3 marks for drawing. For the table 1 marks. Because only 1 blank you have to fill. Here we fill all the values to practice to improve our substitute knowledge. In exam they will give couple of blank. Other blanks are filled. 2 blanks you have to find. So they will give 1 or 2 marks for that. Up to now in the O-level papers they give 4 marks. 3 marks for graphs, filling a table 1 marks. It's a full big 10 marks question. Important problem. Without a graph question, no quality of the exam paper. Every exam paper graph must be a question. They have to practice it easy. Okay, now we ask you questions after drawing. Okay. So write first part, write the first question, write the equation of the symmetric axis, write the equation of the symmetric axis. So those regular with me in this video series, they know well how the symmetric graph equation, symmetric always have a grade 10 syllabus, y-axis is a symmetric axis. So symmetric equation is what? Y-axis equation is what? X equals 0. X equals 0. Equation of the symmetric axis. Right, number 2. Second problem. Write the minimum value of the function. write the minimum value of the function. Write the minimum value of the function. So I am giving all the expecting problem in the future exam type. Write the minimum value of the function. Function mean graph. Function mean y value, right? So what the minimum mean? Last y coordinate. Here -3. See -3. The graph see -3. That's the answer. So later you can tell without drawing also. This value is the maximum or minimum value. -3. Right, next third part. Write the coordinates of the turning point. Write the coordinates of the turning point. Write the coordinates of the turning point. As I mentioned in the previous video, what do you mean the turning point? Graph comes like this and turning here, turning point. This is turning point or minimum point, turning point, or something called the peak. So what the coordinate here? What does coordinate mean? X value and the y value. What is x value here? 0. Y is -3. x0, y -3. So get that 0, -3. 0, -3. 0, -3, right? Okay, write another part. Using your graph, find the value of square root. Using your graph, find the value of square root 3. Using your graph, find the value of square root 3. So I am showing not only for school work but also the future exam type questions, right? So you know, in the grade 10, I think the second chapter in the part 1 book, square root ideas. You work many type, long division method, approximation method. Here not that way. Using the graph also you can find the square root answer, right? See what the method. So this is the graph we drawn equation, right? This is the equation but we drawn the graph. I said this is equation number 1, the main equation number 1, right? Then but ask a square, they will ask root 3 value or root 5 value, root 2 value or root 7 value. Follow this method. You build up a new equation called let x equal root 3. You take let x equal root 3, build up a new equation, right? Now I say second equation, right? Now the idea, you by using these two equations, remove the x square. Remove the x square. I am showing this for the grade 10 method. Grade 11 we use some different ideas, right? So the idea here, remove the x square. So that is substitute, put x4 root 3 here. Substitute x4 root 3, then x square vanishes. That is 1, 2. 1, 2 gives you what? Y equal, put x4 root 3, yeah? Put x4 root 3 square minus 3. Okay, now what is the answer of that? Do you know what is root 3 square? See this example. Root 7 square is what? What do you mean square means multiple twice, same number multiple twice. So root 7 multiple root 7. X square means x into x, like that. So root 7 multiple root 7. So what is that? Square root 49. 7 times 7, 49 inside the square root, right? Answer is 7. 49 square root 7. So what is that? Root 5 square. Another example. Improve the note this. Root 5 multiple root 5. That is root 25. That is 5. There we have no doubt. Quick, you can say root 8 square is 8. Root 10 square is 10. Root 9 square is 9. So here root 3 square is 3. 3 minus 3, that is 0. Y equals 0. Always after solving in grade 10 problem, maybe it come like this, y equals 0. Now you draw this line in the graph sheet, that or your this graph. Draw that line. What is x equals 0? X equals 0 is y-axis. Y equals 0 means x-axis. Y equals 0 means x-axis. Therefore, the idea of the square root answers are where this graph cuts the x-axis, where it cuts here and here. These are the two answers of the square root 3. Do you know what the square root 100? Don't say 10. We can take the minus 10 also, because we complete the quadratic equation, 2 solution. Every square root 2 answer. 81 square root plus 9 minus 9. 25 square root plus 5 minus 5. 4 square root plus 2 minus 2. The same square root 3. This answer and this answer. So if you draw properly in a graph sheet, this becomes I think 1.7. Check with your graph sheet. It becomes 1.7. So square root 3 answer is 1.7. This side, also other side. Therefore we write like this. Plus or minus 1.7. Positive 1.7. Same negative minus 1.7. Right? Is that question? Study. Frequently you will reach such a problem in the future. How to find the square root knowledge, find using the graph. Not only for grade 10, keep these notes till your next year, important of the graph lesson. Okay, I go at the question. I think that's next for number 4 or first fifth one. Right, next question. Next one. I think that fourth problem, fourth part. Right, this question. Using your graph, write the range of x. Using your graph, write the range of x. Write the range of x where the function negative. Using the graph, write the range of x where the function negative. Using your graph, write the range of x where the function is negative. This is an important question. Till O level, they are such a part. So remember one thing, what is function? Function means graph. Graph, y, function, all same meaning, similar meaning, right? Function means graph. That means y value. Where y negative? Where y negative? Here y positive 6, y5, y4, y3, y2. Here y value is y value positive. Here see y value minus 1, minus 2, minus half, minus 3. Here the y value negative. Here the y value is negative, right? Below the x-axis, y values are negative. Below the x-axis, y values takes negative. Remember that. Therefore, the range of the x coordinate between what x value y is negative. Between what x value y graph becomes below the x-axis. Is it this part? This part. This part. Y's graph is negative. Here y is positive. Graph is positive. Here graph is positive. That is this x value. If you put not only 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, anything, the graph goes up a lot, big values. Same other side, right? Here the y is negative. Y is negative this. So what the x boundary is? Once again the same answer. This between this and this. Between 1.7 to minus 1.7, or between minus 1.7 to plus 1.7, graph is negative, function is negative. That's the answer. Usually we write that answer in an inequality pattern, right? Inequality pattern. That answer is like this. Minus 1.7 less than x less than 1.7. But more than this, less than that is the answer. Improve problem by problem how to answer such graph questions, right? Okay. This is the problem. All the possibility I asked this for the grade 10 type. Completely 10 marks up to this. We'll see another question. Write this second problem. Draw the graph of y equal minus x square plus 4. Draw the graph of y equal minus x square plus 4. So not only the equation, they will give the table also. Here I set the equation, I will prepare the table. So stop the video, prepare a table, find the x value and the corresponding y value. X, y, I can say like earlier, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. The values of x. Now by substitute find the y value. If x is -3, what is y? Very important, but is very important. If you fail here the directed number ideas, minus plus combination problem, full 0 level marks, you can't go ahead. So improve these days, you improve the idea of substitutes. So if x equal -3, potentially if x equal -3, what is y? Y equal minus x4 minus 3 square plus 4. See, show as it is properly. Here there's a minus, x4 minus 3. Okay, so what that y equal minus 3 square. What do you mean square? Multiple twice. -3 plus 9 plus 4. So what is the answer? -9 plus 4. What is that? -5. If any one of you say +5 was wrong, +5 is wrong, you put the +5 and draw and see. Become different shapes, go some different way. So -5. Next, if x is -2, find y. If x equal -2, find the y value. Y equal minus x4 minus 2 square plus 4. x4 minus 2 square plus 4. So y equal minus 2 square plus 4. -4 plus 4, 0. Put x4 minus 1. Put x4 minus 1 and see. Is the method? It's the way. You can't complete. Everything show itself. Some doing in the exam, the bench, they answer the bench, they find this work on the bench, or a palm or wall, they write the wall and put it. No marks, whatever it's mathematics, everything answer itself on this answer script. So if x equal -1, what is that? Y equal minus, outside minus, x4 minus 1 square plus 4 plus 4. So what is that? Y equal minus 1 square is plus 1, minus 1 square is plus 1 plus 4, that is 3, minus 1 plus 4 is 3. Put x4 0, put x4 0, x square minus, there's no minus 0, x 0 means everything 0, that is come 4. And put x4 1, check, x4 1, x4 1. If I show that, if x equal 1, if x equal, what is y equal minus x4 1 square plus 4. So what is that? Minus 1 square is 1 plus 4, that is 3. Check that, 3. Similar frequency, 2 puts 0. 3. So now see the table after completing. I mentioned the early graph also. Check whether is it y values are symmetric. Is that symmetric? -5, -5, 0, 0, 3, 3. Yes, y value symmetrically distributed. That's very important. Therefore, we can draw a proper graph. How this graph? Maximum or minimum? Without drawing, you can tell. I said in my previous video. Max or min? In front of x square minus, therefore graph is maximum curve, right? So stop the video and prepare a graph sheet and draw the curve. And the important question is the exam problems. x-axis, y-axis, origin, here up to 3, negative I mentioned -3, upwards positive 3, up to 3, below -5, now mark these values. If x -3, y -5, -3, -5, okay. X -2, y 0, y 0 mean x-axis. This point, x -1, y 3, x 0, y 4 is available, 4, x 1, y 3, x 2, y 0, x 3, y -5. So draw this like this. Take a smooth parabolic maximum curve. If without drawing you can tell that in front of x square minus come. Refer my note in the previous video. So those viewers who have subscribed, the newcomers, best thing watch the previous video and come. If you continuously with me, then only you will identify my methods, my teaching, my explanations. Also you can forward this video for all of your colleagues, friends, any other relations all over, wherever. Forward it, they can study some more ideas about this graph and questions. Okay, the main part is over. Up to now you have 4 marks. Another 6 marks available. It's a big 10 marks question, right? Okay, so grade 10 problems are limited. You can't ask the high problem for grade 10. Only limited part that I asked the previous questions too. Okay, right, first part. Write the maximum value of the function. Write the maximum value of the function. Write the maximum value of the function. What is maximum? Maximum value means this point. 4. Answer is 4. This number becomes maximum. Identify the ideas, right? Tricky how to collect this quickly. This number becomes maximum. Right, second problem. Write the coordinates of the turning point. Write the coordinates of the turning point. Write the coordinates of the turning point. So write that. Every graph has a turning. Maximum turning or minimum turning is there. What is the turning point? It's the point. The same maximum is the turning point. But the coordinate, x is 0, y is 4. 0, 4. Turning point coordinate. Write another part. Write the range of x. Write the range, or write this. Write the equation of the symmetric axis. Write the equation of the symmetric axis. Write the equation of the symmetric axis. Write the equation of the symmetric. So I said in every grade 10 syllabus, y line is the symmetric. But the equation, x equals 0. X equals 0 is the symmetric equation. Right, next part, fourth part. Write the range of x. Write the range of x. Write the range of x. Where the function positive. Where the function positive. Write the range of x. Where the function positive. The same I asked the earlier graph. So those well balanced to this problem, they can answer this quickly. What is function mean? Graph value, y value. Where function y mean y value. Where y positive. Here what is y? -1. Y -2. Y -5. -4. Here what is y? 3. Here y 4. Here what is y? This y value 2. Y value is 1. So y is positive mean above the x-axis. Y positive mean above the x-axis, right? So between what are the two x coordinates which is lie? Between -2 and +2. Between -2 and +2, the function takes positive value, right? So write the answer is shown as inequality, right? Is the answer more than -2, less than +2, between that two values, right? Right, next part and the part. Write the range of x, write the range of x, write the range of x where the function positively decreasing, write the range of x where the function positively decreasing, write the range of x where the function positively decreasing. Okay, see the important range, so many ranges there. See, I will show properly, not only for G, still your O levels, the idea is very important. Every parabolic curve has 4 ranges. See, I'll mark in this graph. See this, initially we mark the y here, y -5, -4, y -3, y -2, y -1. What happened? Y value increasing, okay? Y increasing, -5, -4, -3, like y increasing. How it's increasing? Negatively increasing, right? This part we call negatively increasing. This part, negatively increasing part. Negatively increasing part. Negatively increasing part, right? Come here. Here y is 0, y is 1, y is 1.5, y is 2, y is 2.5, y is 3, y is 4. What happened? Y value increase, positively increase. Okay, this proportion positively increase, okay. And now say this part. Now you can get the idea. It's very important. You can mark this. You can mark it. Keep in touch by observing. You can do all the ranges. This one, see y4. Here y is 3, y2, y1, y0. Decreasing. Y repeatedly, gradually, decrease, right? Here y4, y3, y2, y1. Decrease. Positively decrease. Positively decrease. Positively decreasing part. Come here. What happened? y0, y -1, y -2, y -3. Negatively decreasing, right? Negatively decreasing part. Like that, every graph, whether maximum shape or minimum shape, think the idea how to write these range parts, right? Very important not to write mark. You can mark it like this, mark, keep it. You need the knowledge not only for grade 10 next year. So here he asks, what the range of x where the graph positively decrease. What the boundary? X values from where to where? Here positively y decreasing. X is this, between 0 and 2. Between 0 and 2, y positively decrease. Study these ranges. More proper I will show in the future. So what the answer is 0 less than x less than 2 is the answer. A very useful question. This is my 4th video of the parabolic graph, 2nd video. I try to publish some other 3, 4, 5 videos in the future. Keep in touch. You can get full 10 marks in this graph lesson. Subscribe the newcomers by pressing the bell sign also. Then you will collect attractive my explanations, all full detailed exam type question in the future. Keep in touch.